someone is going to inspire you so much within the first 11 days of September, to the point where you are not going to be able to stop thinking about exactly what were you inspired by this person, and what you were inspired by this person. And these type of people are like angels in our lives. These type of people are so important when it comes to our spiritual journey, when it comes to our soul purpose, because we start to understand certain aspects about yourself in such a powerful way, which leaves us with nothing but the actual path to follow. This is such an important stage for you, my gorgeous Cancer, indeed. My name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Cancerini, and it's for September 2022. This is brilliant. When it comes to the actual number, do you know what your number is? Like, oh my god, your number is number 1. This is an ultimate number when it comes to strength, when it comes to inspiration, and when it comes to us coming out of ourselves, and on another hand, us coming back home to ourselves. It is the energy and the vibration that you're gonna feel from the 1st of September that it's gonna be impossible to ignore. On one hand, the energy that you are going to feel from the very 1st of September, my gorgeous Cancerini, it's like almost like you can imagine this, like from the 1st of September, the whole energy, it's gonna feel different. It's gonna reflect on you, like literally suddenly feeling extremely creative. But my goodness, pay attention to this creativity. And when I said the first 11 days where you're gonna feel so inspired by someone really specific, I need you to pay attention to what exactly do you feel so creative about from the 11th of September onwards, because that particular creativity, it's answers. This is going to be your personal answer to so many problems that you actually have been going through, and that were kind of causing you and making you be indecisive with things that you were facing, but you knew that they were like, you knew the kind of answer, but it was draining your energy to this point where you were kind of feeling indecisive. So of course that this is going to be important to you. But also when it comes to that creativity, that amazing creativity that you're going to feel so inspired by, which is going to make you feel really creative from the 11th of September onwards, this is also going to kind of make you feel so confident. It's going to really give you so much of a willpower, in particular when it comes to your own devotion in life, when it comes to your soul, when it comes to your spiritual purpose. This is all leading towards something very, very specific, a very specific goal. It's going to become obvious by the end of September, and even more so within the last 7 days of September, by someone very trustworthy in your life, by someone very consistent in your life. It's also going to bring you amazing message, an amazing message you're going to get through someone very consistent in your life. There's a very strange person, very unusual person, really bizarre person, but that person also understands things on a spiritual level. I think it's a really psychic person and rather intuitive, and through that person this is actually going to be confirmed to you, so much, so you will know about this specific goal indeed. And also, my gorgeous Cancerini, when it comes to the actual 15th of September, I really like this stage, especially when it comes to the 15th of September, because this is when you are going to have a very, very unusual omen, very unusual sign. What you're going to feel on the 15th of September, it's also like kind of going to make you feel so good in terms of you taking a certain challenge on. Now, suddenly this good omen that you are going to have, like amazing omen, amazing sign that you are going to have, you immediately on the 15th of September, you will know, oh my god, it's time to take this challenge. And this challenge that I'm referring to, that I'm talking about, it's also like kind of, it scared you so much because it kind of like you were worried that, it has so many like kind of like different stages connected to it when it comes to like kind of starting something new, starting certain projects, starting certain things. And there was something that was making you really worried, and that in itself itself it became a challenge on its own. So the sign that you are going to have on the 15th of September, it's all about you knowing exactly which challenge to go for. That would normally put you off because it has got elements of you starting something new, but you will know that this is something that it's not going to put you off whatsoever, because this in itself is going to bring you so much hope into your life, so much inspiration into your life. And also exactly 7 days after the 15th of September, exactly 7 days later, you're gonna see like, oh my God, where on earth are these bright prospects coming into your life? Like amazing bright prospects, but that were always there, but you weren't ready to face them just yet. And that's why you had to go through this in order to realize, the essence of your own spirit. It is going to come through your own challenge, but you have to trust yourself whatsoever. Follow your intuition as you always do, 1000%. And at the same time, you have to trust yourself, my gorgeous Cancerini. And also, it's like all about you kind of understanding, I'm going to follow my own good advice. And it's all about you trusting yourself and knowing what is the best for you. You are the only one who knows what's the best for you. So this is something I need you to remember, my gorgeous Cancerini. And also, when it comes to you kind of knowing what is the best for you, it means that at the same time, you have to be very careful when it comes to this, because sometimes we have to express ourselves in our own unique way, but sometimes even the people who are like the closest to us can't understand us. So I know that you will be doing something here, you will be focusing on a certain path, then maybe people that are very close to you are going to be like, no baby, no, are you sure, are you not sure? No baby, no. I tell you to follow your own good advice. This is important because you need to trust yourself, because you know what's the best for you, my gorgeous Cancerini. And that is a very strong sign and indication that you're going to be told, oh no, you're not doing the right thing. Oh, I wouldn't do that way. Oh, are you sure? Oh, are you crazy? Oh my God, are you sure? Like you can lose this, you can lose that. No baby, no. You will know exactly what do you need to do here. And at the same time, it's like basically, even if we do things in a wrong way, it's still to do with us and our own decisions that we make. And if we do things in the wrong way, if we make the wrong decision, well, so be it. It's meant to be. That means that we still need to brush up on that particular part of our lives, go back to the certain point and kind of do certain thing over again until we get a message out of it that we need to get. But also at the same time, my gorgeous Cancerini, when it comes to you following your own good advice, look at this. Of course, do you know what? I didn't even shuffle this deck now. Do you know, it's just came. When it comes to you following your own good advice, you've got the world here. So it's not only about trusting yourself and knowing what is the best for you, but this is also going to bring you success and ultimate happiness, and a very annoying and boring and negative and sad and dark stage in your life. It's slowly going to come to an end. On one hand, the one cycle is coming to an end, but then on another hand, the new cycle is also about to begin. But it's not only about the success, it's not only about the ultimate change, but it's also about the ultimate happiness and the most amazing change that you're actually going to become aware of after that moment in time. And this is bringing you the ultimate success, but the ultimate change in your life, the change that you want in order to actually, to kind of to create something and to start something, that it's gonna make you feel so proud of yourself, and the people around you are gonna be proud of you later on. But although lots of people are not gonna be able to understand where exactly are you coming from, but that absolutely doesn't matter. What you need to remember, my gorgeous Cancerini, to follow your own good advice and to follow your intuition. And then on another hand, my gorgeous Cancerini, what else is going to be quite important here, that you're also going to be facing an obstacle at around the actual 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th and 20th of September. You're going to be facing an obstacle here, and this obstacle is more of like a problem when it comes to like things being delayed in your life. So you're going to get a message and you're not going to like it. It's like, oh God, it's been delayed again. It doesn't really matter. What you need to remember at that moment in time, that you are going to feel maybe a little bit stroppy, maybe a little bit negative. A lot is going to be on your mind, point, your energy is going to be just a little bit drained, and you are going to be facing like a few different aspects of your life that are going to be draining you anyway. So you are going to be like a little bit sensitive. So my point here is to pay attention to that obstacle and problem which is caused by the delay, because you will expect something to like kind of go on the next level, but it's getting slowed down, but it's going to be absolutely fine. But what you need to remember, it's actually to avoid conflict whatsoever. Avoid conflict, okay? So you're going to feel wound up by someone, you're going to feel challenged by someone, because someone is also going to be kind of playing a certain role around here, but you're only going to have a victory. You are going to have a huge victory. I know that this is going to sound crazy, it's going to sound mental, but at the same time, when you become aware of that obstacle problem caused by the delay, of course, at the same time, you are going to be challenged, because not to have a like kind of row or conflict with someone. And as long as you don't have a row and conflict, this is a big mama coming in. It's bringing you massive reward, a huge reward into your life in such a way where you are going to have such an enormous victory over like kind of like a very confusing part in your life that caused like a lots of chaos and confusion. But at the same time, this victory is bringing you like a really kind of strong mental clarity, a clarity that you are going to have. It's going to kind of also, oh my God, it's going to start changing things for you when it comes to like when it comes to things that you're working on, especially here, what you're focusing on at the time, it's going to make you feel really indecisive. And the indecisiveness that is going to come after this mental clarity, look at this, it's just exactly what it's meant to happen. Ace of Coins, you see this? It's exactly what it's meant to happen, because that indecisiveness, it's really going to put you on the path, what you should be doing at this moment in time, what you should be focusing on when it comes to creating an ultimate change. But in like this is specifically when it comes to your finances, financial situation, feeling really good, feeling really inspired by so many people around you, but also feeling really inspired about yourself as well. It is to do with something that you're very special about, something that is very special to you. That's what we are here for. We are here to live this spiritual journey. We are here to follow our spiritual mission, and you follow your spiritual mission and make the most of it by doing those things that you feel so passionate about. You can take this on the level number 2,000, 2 million, 5 million, whatever, the level number 7,777,000, after this moment in time, because you're doing the right thing. Your indecisiveness here, it's going to reveal which path exactly to follow, and that path, it's gonna make you feel the most successful in your life, especially when it comes to using your sacred gift, following your spiritual purpose, but also like expressing yourself in that particular way and making the most of it. So follow your passion no matter what, okay, my gorgeous Cancerini? So it's all about you like kind of following your passion, but understanding that also I will tell you something here, things that you're working on throughout the months of September are going to be very much so life-changing. There is so much that you're going to realize and find out about yourself through your own creativity. Just remember that. But at the same time, I'm going to say something strange. I'm going to say something unusual to keep things you're working on to yourself throughout the months of September. October, it's going to be fine, but throughout the months of September, the things that you're working on, keeping to yourself, this is very important for you to remember, because you're also going to become aware of somebody's mask is going to be fallen, and what you're going to see behind that mask you're not going to like. You're going to become aware of the person in September, from the 15th of September and in between the 15th of September and the end of that month. You're going to become aware of the person that you cannot trust whatsoever. The mask is going to fall, and this is only going to work really great for you, because you're going to be able to benefit from this knowledge, because in itself you will be able to protect yourself from that person and this type of people. But at the same time, just to kind of have that in mind, because someone is going to show their real face, and this is brilliant, because at least you're going to know who who you can trust, my gorgeous Cancerini, and who you cannot trust. And also, you know, this is absolutely remarkable. You know, when I get really excited here, my God, Cancerini, I really hope you understand, but this month of September, it's going to provide you with an opportunity, like to really reach one of the biggest turning points of your life. But I repeat, it is not going to happen unless you understand that you need to express yourself in the most kind of way that makes sense to you. So don't hold yourself down no matter what. If you want to express yourself in the weirdest possible way, so be it. It's meant to be like that. Please try to understand this, because it's all about your own personal freedom of your spiritual movement, by trying and testing things and seeing like where you are or at what level you are. Don't worry, this is all going to become absolutely obvious to you you know, in September. Even if you don't understand now, this is going to become quite obvious to you, so don't worry. On another note, what am I really getting excited about is the actual 18th of September. The 18th of September, it's like, oh my God, you know, something really is going to happen completely out of the blue, something like completely unplanned, something that you didn't think about, something that you didn't think it's going to happen, but it's like a pretty much so like, oh my God, it's gonna turn into like some kind of adventure on the 18th of September. So it's 18th, 19th, 20th, and the 21st of September are also bringing you an adventure into your life. And how are you gonna know this? Well, just follow your enthusiasm. Something is going to become ridiculously attractive to you, because what you're gonna hear, what you're gonna become aware of, it's also going to provide you with a life-changing vision. And that vision that you're going to have, it's gonna, just by you thinking about it, something is gonna come to you, some vision, you know. Just pay attention to these days, please, in between the 18th of September and the 21st of September. 18th and the 21st of September, through your own enthusiasm, you will be able to reconnect yourself on a really powerful level. You're gonna elevate yourself, elevate your spirit, and you are going to ignite your passion as well. And that means that you are going to, through your own enthusiasm, you are going to become aware of this absolutely mind-blowing initiative, which is bringing you this realization. It's like, oh my God, so many possibilities in your life that were always there, of course, but you weren't ready before. Only now you are becoming ready for this. This is absolutely brilliant. And you becoming aware of these unlimited possibilities, you're also, it's going to become like a bright prospect. I really like this so much. But you also, at the same time, you are going to become aware of what you must not do. You know, you're going to become aware of the things that you know are bad for you. So when you become aware of the things that are bad for you as well, stay away from them, because this is a very healthy and good spiritual sign. And then, you know, this is something that you need to pay attention to. But at the same time, my gorgeous Cancerini, look, at the same time, when I'm shuffling this deck and when I'm focusing on the month of September, I just had an urge to do this. When I'm shuffling this deck and I'm focusing on the month of September, my gorgeous Cancerini, where this is all going to be leading to, where this is all, you see, there you go, it just came out by itself. Do you know what fall down? Look, la 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 la, the star, an opportunity. Okay, so the whole month I can describe to you. You see this, how important this is, my gorgeous Cancerini. Even now when I'm shuffling this deck, and I love when this happens, you shuffle, you get a question going, you get the energy going, you get a vibration going, and then suddenly that one just flicks out by itself. I don't even have to do any work. I don't even have to do anything, because the whole month of September is described as a one big star card. So it's a sign, it's bringing you an amazing hope, it's bringing you an amazing inspiration, it's bringing you incredible opportunity, you know. And this opportunity that you are going to have, it's all about like, oh my God, you following your inspiration, baby, by at the same time knowing that that same inspiration is going to bring bright prospects into your life. But it's a lot to do with mixing a past and present and creating an absolutely mind-blowing spiritual mama. big mama, spiritual bomb, creating an absolutely mind-blowing spiritual bomb, because you're mixing the past and the present, and you are picking up the pieces of you that you have left in the past and bringing them into the present moment and making an absolutely mind-blowing formula. This is going to lead towards an absolutely mind-blowing fulfillment, satisfaction, pleasure, and happiness. So follow your inspiration, my gorgeous Cancerini, no matter what, please, because you're gonna find this absolutely mind-blowing where this is actually going to take you, and you're gonna understand and realize something so special about yourself, you know, about the power, how powerful you are when you allow your uniqueness to take over, even when you do things against all odds and all these things, blah blah blah. You will see, my gorgeous Cancerini, this is something that you're gonna find extremely rewarding, and by the time you get to the actual December 2022, you are gonna have one of the most powerful, most important reasons to actually celebrate. Just remember that what's happening right now, by the time you come to December 2022, it's also going to give you an enormous reason to celebrate, especially when it comes to your achievement. Oh my God. So please just remember this, my gorgeous Cancerini, indeed. And also when it comes to nutrition and things like that, what you need to remember is just you need something for your sensitive bones. I know that your bones are going to be sensitive, and especially when it comes to your hands, you will be able to feel that here, like especially like they're going to be a few days and you're going to be like, oh my God, I feel so sensitive. But you also need something to pick your energy up, and you also need something which is going to boost your immune system. So I highly recommend you to get a natural vitamin D3 supplement. You see this? Of course that these are my own supplements. Of course that I'm taking all these supplements myself. But the problem was that, out there, you've got all these health shops and all these things, and the majority of supplements are filled with nasty chemicals, but it's like meant to be good for you. It's meant to be healthy and this and that, but it's filled with like a really vile and nasty chemicals, and it was very difficult to find like a good quality supplements, because I would go to the health shop and it would take me like 2 hours to actually find the supplement which is without chemicals. That's how nasty things can be sometimes. And this is why I decided to create my own brand, because the vitamins and nutritional supplements I made of a highly exceptional quality ingredients, but at the same time it's absolutely without any unnecessary ingredients whatsoever, and they're also like suitable for vegetarians, vegans, and for absolutely everyone. So this natural vitamin D3 is something I highly recommend, and also in combination with the actual zinc picolinate, because zinc is going to be a big mama when it comes to working really great with natural vitamin D3 in order to boost your immune system, but at the same time it's going to be super beneficial for your skin, hair and nails, but skin in particular, it's going to feel quite sensitive throughout the months. And the third supplement, which is like absolutely, again, a must, I'm sorry, it's a must, it's organic chlorella. Now, sadly, unfortunately, metals are nowadays everywhere. Metals are in the sky, metals are in the air, metals are in the ground, metals are in the soil, metals are absolutely everywhere. No, they're not good metals or anything like that. These are like highly poisonous, and also they are doing lots of bad things to us, these metals. For example, like it does stop your body from being able to absorb the nutrition, which can be really, really dangerous. And also it's affecting our mind, our way of thinking, our memory and things like that. So this is why we need to detoxify ourselves from these metals like as soon as you possibly can. Take organic chlorella, and organic chlorella is probably the best thing in order to use in order to detoxify your body from all these metals. This has been proven many times again, and has been taken like for many years as well for this particular reason. Organic chlorella, it's also going to boost your immune system, but it's at the same time going to be beneficial. It's going to be beneficial because it's got vitamins, minerals, it has lots of protein, but it also has omega-3 essential fatty acids which our body cannot produce by itself, and it's absolutely necessary for our mind. Okay, so this is also what you can buy from me, and the link to buy this is in the description below. And if you can't find the links to these supplements in the description below, you just go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins, and you can get the supplements that way as well. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. So now, my gorgeous Cancerini, I'm going on the very first date, which is going to be really important, the 2nd of September. On the 2nd of September, you're going to become aware of someone like, oh, someone really dodgy, someone really weird, and it's all going to boil down to the actual assistance with an ulterior motive, you know. So this is all going to boil down to you becoming aware of an assistance with an ulterior motive. And that in itself, it's really going to kind of like also like kind of, oh my God, it's almost going to create conflict in between you and that person. But no, baby, no. Just be wise. Remember what I said at the beginning of this reading. Be wise, be smart, be clever, because something very, very amazing is going to come out of it, especially when it comes to you feeling frequently too restrained. It's going to give you the ability to actually reflect on this in a different way, and later on this is all going to make sense, because it's all going to kind of lead towards you kind of doing the right thing by understanding the tact is necessary to maintain pace, but also to maintain peace as well. So try to avoid this conflict so much, and because you're that conflict and you're avoiding that conflict and you're becoming aware of this assistance with ulterior motive. By becoming aware of that, you know, at the same time you will know exactly that you are doing the right thing, because otherwise you would make a really bad investment. And this in itself is going to become obvious by the 11th of September. So going back on the 2nd of September, you know, this will really you know, it will help you to, this is going to help you to think logically, but most importantly, you know, it's all going to lead towards you having a brilliant insight in between the 2nd and 11th of September. You're going to have a brilliant insight. It's to do with an information that you're going to find very exciting. It's very intellectual, but at the same time there's going to be certain bits and pieces connected to that information that you're going to find it a little bit challenging to receive. But then it's all about you kind of reviewing like these documents that you're going to come across really carefully, by the same time knowing that you doing this, it's going to help you to think logically. You will see, and at the same time it will show you exactly how to protect what you have created. So of course that this is big. The second important date, my gorgeous Cancerini, it's going to be on the 12th of September. Now the 12th of September is just going to bring you like a very much so an unexpected situation. Something is going to happen here and it's going to blow you away. An unexpected situation is going to happen on the 12th of September, and you will know this is going to be so good. It's going to surprise you. It's going to happen out of the blue. It's going to be like, oh my God. But the bottom line is that you will see it's all going to boil down towards you realizing that you're approaching the end of the problem, okay? And that in itself, you know, and then after that moment in time, when you become aware of that problem that you're going to be approaching at around the 16th of September, you are going to have a very strong urge to observe things in life that are limiting you, okay? And this in itself is going to happen on the 16th of September, which will lead towards you wanting to make a very, very strong declaration, okay? And this declaration is going to be absolutely everything, and it's to do with you kind of stopping the certain part of your life. It's to do with you abandoning something, but abandoning certain plans. It's to do with like a discontinuance of effort, and normally this would like put you off, but now you're gonna feel like, yeah baby, like you want to make a very strong declaration. And this is such an important time for you, because by the time you get to the 18th of September, you are gonna have a really important message which is going to show you progress, you know, in your life. And that progress in itself, it's gonna make you aware of like a very important conclusion. It's gonna come out of it as well, and this is going to start the process of healing, and it's also kind of going to make you aware, and then you're going to become aware of like a very important compromise that you are going to need to have. And the compromise that you're going to need to have, it's going to happen within the last 3 days in September, and it's going to be very, very successful. Although you're going to be worrying about it so much, but it's going to be very successful. You know why? Because it's going to be successful in general, but it's also something going to inspire you there so much, and especially what to do with a particular delay in your life. Big mama moment indeed. And also what I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Cancerini, would be this absolutely gorgeous bracelet, absolutely gorgeous bracelet red jasper. You see here, And this is going to really kind of ignite your passion even more. It's going to help you to avoid the negativity, external negativities from the outside that are becoming very poisonous and very draining, very energy draining and very toxic. And they can affect us without us even realizing this. In terms of our passion, subconsciously, we can put so many blockages in front of us where we shouldn't be putting them. So this is why Braced and Red Jasper is absolutely a must for you throughout September, October and November, because it's going to ignite your passion and it's going to naturally be pushing you towards those parts of your life that you should be doing, that you should be focusing on, but at the same time it's going to be protecting you from that negative energy on the outside. This gorgeous pendant bracelet Red Jasper comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well, so thank you very much for that. The third important date, my gorgeous Cancerini, it's going to be on the 21st of September. Now the 21st of September, you need to pay attention to why are you going to feel so preoccupied. You're going to feel really preoccupied on the 21st of September, and you will feel kind of preoccupied, and the answer to that is to be open-minded. So at the moment in time when you start feeling preoccupied on the 21st of September, my gorgeous Cancerini, just remember that the answer to that is observe your limitation, because they're not limitations anymore. Just remember, because something changed, something moved on without you even realizing. So this is again going to be a really good sign. When you feel preoccupied on the 21st of September, you need to kind of establish what exactly it's making you feel so preoccupied, okay? And that is going to require from you to be open-minded, okay? And it's going to require from you to observe your limitations, because, they're simply not limitations anymore. Things moved on without even realizing, in the best possible way. By the time you get to the 27th of September, I like this so much. A really great success, you know, especially big victory, especially when it comes to like something or someone dominating your life over the last 8 months in a very negative and horrible and toxic way. So it's all about you coming on top of that, but at the same time, you know, this is going to require from you to understand for the next development, you're going to need to forgive and forget to someone. This is going to be so needed here from the 27th of September onwards, you know. So you are going to have the moment of victory over the certain domination, something that took over your life over the last 8 months in a very negative and dark stage. But also you are going to need to kind of understand that in terms of your next development, you are going to need to forgive and forget to someone who you're going to feel very angry about, who you're going to like kind of, oh my God, really dislike. Someone is going to be coming to your mind and you're going to feel so angry about that person. This is actually a good sign, because it's going to give you an opportunity to cut that person out of your life, to understand that, you know, you're still holding like a grudges towards something, and it's really going to be entirely down to you when you're going to release this amount of negative energy, because after that moment in time there is going to be an opportunity for your improvement and development that is going to naturally drift into your life as the actual direct karmic result from that. Because one stage is coming to an end. Whenever there's a stage coming to an end, new stage is about to come up. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. Time to go on the next stage, next level of your life. Another thing that I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Cancerini, will be this gorgeous tiger dendritic agate to wear throughout September, October and November. But every single time when you're relaxing, chilling out, meditating, grounding yourself, or just walking within the forest, walking within the nature, or when you're relaxing, like kind of like sleeping, you know, this is going to help you to like really activate your third psychic eye. But it's at the same time going to make you remember your dreams, make you understand like specific things about yourself, about your character, about what you need to do, about how much you change. There is so much information that you gain while wearing this, in terms of having very sacred informations that are always there, because we are part of a multiple dimensions, but just sometimes we need that little bit of extra in terms of the actual understanding, because this activates our third psychic eye, our pineal gland. At the same time, this is something that is connecting us and reconnecting with our spirituality, and that is like one of the main purpose of our own existence. This gorgeous pendant comes with sterling silver silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel, so thank you very much for that, my gorgeous Cancerini. So now I'm just going to see briefly what is going to happen in the first part, what to pay attention to in the first part of September, mid part of September, and the last part of September. In the first part of September, it's all about a new start, baby, from the very 1st of September. So the things that you're gonna go through, it's all part of this, you know. So you just have to kind of trust yourself, push your fears aside, and take a leap of faith. Just remember this: the mid part of September, you need to at all costs embrace your uniqueness. Please, the more you embrace your uniqueness, the more successful in a very near future you're going to be, because you're doing absolutely the right thing that you should do. The last part of September, just remember, stand up for your beliefs, okay? Stand up for yourself, my gorgeous Cancerini, and stand up for your beliefs. You see, you need to have a confidence, because you are going to need to challenge certain people, but then again, you also need to remember to choose your battles really, really wisely indeed. So now, my gorgeous Cancerini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationships. Now, this is brilliant. For those of you who are in relationship, you know, somebody very loyal to both of you, like a great friend or a family member, someone who you really like, someone who you really look up to, both of you, someone who mean to both of you so much. It's actually going to give you a mind-blowing advice. First of all, you're going to find this really interesting because you're not going to understand, but then later on, towards the end of September, you're going to find this absolutely mind-blowing, because you're going to become aware of the certain information which is going to confirm what this person said, and that what this person is going to say to both of you, in which wise investments you should both be making at this moment in your life. Very important indeed. And also, my gorgeous Cancerini, for those of you that are single and ready to stranger in the night, my gorgeous Cancerini, I'm only joking. For those of you who are single, you are at around 10, 11, 12, 13, at around the 14th of September, you are going to have a very, very interesting sign. Something is going to come to you just out of the blue. But before something comes to you out of the blue, at around the 14th of September, you are going to have a very unusual and very interesting sign, like a good omen indeed. And the sign that you are going to have, you will be facing something, and it's all through the power of the actual synchronicity. The bottom line is, it can come in and can happen in so many different ways, but the sign that you are going to have, you know, at around the 14th of September, it's like suddenly you will see something, you're going to have your sign, and you will know exactly what do you need to do in terms of making, the right adjustment. That sign that you are going to have at around this time, it's also going to provide you with an information, with realization, what exactly adjustment do you need to make, and in order to let someone new into your life. Only after that moment in time, someone new is about to enter your life, when you realize what adjustment you need to make. Let me tell you that this adjustment is going to be the right thing to do, and it's going to make you very successful when it comes to finding someone really, really beautiful, because it's happening at a time when the combination of material and spiritual prosperity is absolutely superb. So after that, after the 14th of September, you can expect, you know, to know which adjustment exactly do you need to make. I don't see someone new walking into your life in the actual September, but I do see someone absolutely amazing coming into your life in the month of October 2022, because of this particular adjustment that you're actually going to make. Okay, my gorgeous Cancerini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you so much. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.